Hey there, dear listeners. If you've been with me on this journey from the start, we're hitting a milestone together today. It's actually episode number 10. And if you're just joining in, welcome aboard. Either way, we are ready for a slightly longer but just as impactful chat today. So I have a question for you. Have you ever tried to quit sugar, start a workout routine, or maybe decided to unlearn some unhelpful patterns in your leadership role? If you're nodding, you're in good company. Today, we're going to dive into the hilariously human tendency to fall right off the unlearning horse and the even more human resilience to scramble back on. Now, I'm not horsing around when I say everyone falls, even the best of us. So if you've ever thought you were alone in stumbling back into old habits, think again. After my first major unlearning success in not rushing into a new leadership role, I remember thinking I was invincible, but I was in for a surprise. Just a few weeks later, I was nose deep in old dusty habits I thought I'd left behind. I was very disappointed in myself. So why does this happen? Why do we find ourselves back at square one after all the hard work? The famous philosopher Søren Kierkegaard once said, "Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forwards." And isn't that just like unlearning? We reflect on the past and try to change, but sometimes when living our forward-moving life, the past has a sneaky way of catching up. So why the slip-ups? First of all, our comfort zones. Our brains, bless them, love the familiar. It's cozy, it's known, and it's safe. Even if the familiar isn't good for us, our brain clings to it because it's just easier. Secondly, the world around us. Sometimes our environment doesn't support our new habits. Old friends, family, and even workspace culture can pull us back into our old selves. And thirdly, self-doubt. This sneaky devil always shows up uninvited. When we're in new territory, it's so easy to question our path and our abilities, and before you know it, you're back to square one. So how do we, resilient humans, bounce back? From both my bumpy journey and the stories of countless of my coachees, I'm going to share with you 4 different things you can do. Why not start by laughing it off? Seriously. A stumble is just that, a stumble. Get up, dust yourself off, have a chuckle about it and move on. Secondly, seek support. Be it friends, a mentor, or even a loyal pet who'll give you judgment-free eyes. Lean on them. Thirdly, always reflect. Look back and figure out what triggered the slide. Was it a stressful day? An old friend? That painful slippery when taking on too many initiatives at work that you're just trying to forget. And finally, adjust and move on. It could be changing your route to work. It could be hanging out in new places. It could be involving more and even other professionals around you to expose yourself to powerful perspectives and helping you keep the focus you need. So my challenge to you this week. Think of a time you fell off the horse, whether it's unlearning a diet, a hobby, a behavior not serving you anymore professionally, anything. What got you back on? And if you haven't gotten back on, what's the one tiny step you could take today? In the end, it's not about never falling. It's about how many times we get back up. And as someone on this journey with you, believe me, every bump, every bruise, it's all worth it in the end. Thank you for joining me in this episode. If you found a bit of yourself in today's chat, share this with someone you think might need it too. Until next time, keep climbing back on that horse. You're welcome to pop by my website, leaderinthemind.com, to pick up more topics on unlearning. Next time, I'll be joined by a guest who has been a significant professional mentor for me during the last 13 years. He has helped me unlearn, and he's also unlearning himself. So do not miss that. Until then, keep unlearning.